Hey, it's Friday.
We made it.
We made it. Almost. We're almost there. Let's talk about the warm up. We're going to do some posterior chain activation today. We can't really do deadlifts. We deadlift on Friday. If you can deadlift, you should do that if you want. But if you don't have a barbell, you don't have enough weights to do some effective deadlifting, then we've got some other ways to activate hamstrings, glutes, lower back, all that stuff. So let's talk about warming up first, and then we'll move on to what we got on the menu. So cross body toe touch. So we're gonna have your feet spread out like this. Hands are gonna be out. We're gonna come down and across the body. Touch that toe, come down and across, touch that toe, okay? So the goal here is to try to stretch out those hamstrings on each side. After that, we've got empty RDL. So all that means is you're standing on some sort of elevated platform, and then you're going to do a Romanian deadlift, single leg Romanian deadlift, minus the weights. You're just gonna come down and touch, and then back up. Okay, so 10 for each side of those. So just getting the blood moving back there and some good stretching in. After that, we've got a superset for 3 of single leg RDLs and good morning. So this is a whole lot of activation of the hamstrings, the glutes, lower and upper back, right? That's called the posterior chain. That's all that means. So single leg RDL, it's just like we did for the warm up, except we're going to use some sort of weight. You can use a dumbbell, you can use a kettlebell. If you have a barbell and you just want to do like a two-handed barbell RDL, you can do that. But what's programmed is a single leg RDL. So you hold your kettlebell or whatever you want, whatever you can hold. You can hold a 5-gallon jug or a 1-gallon jug or whatever you've got. Sorry, there's a mosquito. And you're going to come down and then back up. I'm notoriously bad at these, but they're good. So that's the single leg RDL. When you're doing it, we're trying to maintain a nice flat back, okay? So as we're coming down, we're not allowing any type of flexion in the spine. So keeping the hips pushed back, keeping the chest up, and then slowly coming down and then controlling yourself coming up, okay? After we do that, we're gonna do whatever makes sense based on the weight that you have. If you have really light weights available, the reps are going to be a little bit higher. If you're able to go a little heavier, then we're going to use a weight that puts you right around the 8 reps per side range, okay? After that, we can do some good mornings. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to do a good morning with a kettlebell. You can use a kettlebell, a dumbbell, a barbell, whatever you've got. But I'm just going to take this thing, right, put it on my back, and then all I'm going to do is try to mimic the same idea that I did with that RDL. It's very similar movement, right? Push back, push back, push back, and then come back up. Push back, push back. When I say push back, I'm referring to the hip. So the hip goes back, and then come back up. As I do that, I should feel my weight shifting towards the back of my foot. Now, another thing you can do is use a band for your good mornings, right? If you have access to a band, right, put your feet in the band like this, put it up around your neck, just like that, push the hip back, and then come back up, right? So we're not trying to go crazy with the weight. It's 6 sets of both of these. So we've got 3 sets of that, 3 sets of that. You're going back and forth. So you can get a lot of work done with a minimal amount of weights, right? After that, we're going to go into some rowing. Now, there's a lot of different things you can do to row. I'm just going to show you guys a few things. If you have access to a pull-up bar, that's ideal. I'd rather have you guys do some pull-ups. So we've got 3 sets of between 8 and 20 reps, depending on what you have available, okay? So the pull-up, obviously, we'd be looking for that there, right? Full extension at the bottom, chin over at the top. If you don't have a pull-up bar, how can you row? Show you guys a couple variations. Kettlebell, right? Here's a box, just like that. Allow that extension at the bottom, allow the lat to stretch, allow the arm to straighten out, and then up into there. We can use a dumbbell for that as well, okay? If you have a plate, you can row the plate, all right? Hold it like this. Same idea, right? Retracting the scapula, so pulling the shoulder blades together. The way to translate that with the arms, just think about the elbows. So the elbows come back, the shoulder blades come back. If you have access to a barbell and not a pull-up bar, you can do some pendlay rows or some regular bent over barbell rows, okay? So some sort of pulling movement. So the goal here today obviously is we're working the back, okay? After we're done the first two portions, we're going to do a little sprint for our conditioning. We've got 40 total jumping lunges, okay? That means that's 20 for each leg, right into 20 burpees. Super simple conditioning, okay? So the jumping lunge, we're here to start, and then we're gonna jump and switch, right? So when you do it, the goal is when you land to have that front foot flat and then touch the back knee to the ground. Once you're done 20 for each leg, or 40 total, you're going to go right into 20 burpees, okay? So down, up, and hop. And that's it, okay? So a lot of stuff to get through. Make do with what you've got. Be creative, as always. You can use paint cans, you can use milk jugs, you can use weights if you have weights, you can use a rock outside, whatever you have access to. Get after it, have some fun, and then post what you do and have a crew. All right, see ya.